Two simple ways we're going to simplify your golf swing to get better consistency, better distance, and that pure strike. This is Sunday Swings. Now, this is your chance to win a free swing analysis and tips to help improve your ball striking. Now, who doesn't want that, right? So simple to enter. All you've got to do is 1, be a subscriber, and 2, comment down below, pick me to win next week's chance on Sunday Swings. The winner from last week, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, gentleman from Sweden, Carl Applefort. Now, Carl has something going on in his golf swing that a lot of you will not realise is going on. And it's compromising strike, it's compromising consistency and distance. So let's jump straight into his golf swing here. So if we have a look at it from the down the line perspective to start off with, you can see during that backswing, Carl loses posture, and this gets the hands travelling up very much in the backswing. Now, anytime I see this, we go into downswing now, this is going to cause this club to get a little bit out in front of him and almost that chopping action, out to in club path, and then that chicken wing on the way through. So we're going to be looking at correcting this in today's video. Now, before we do that, let's have a quick snippet from the face-on position. You can really see Carl goes up in the backswing, loses levels, and then down. So very much a changing of sequence. Now, everybody swings the golf club differently, and we all know that, but it's important we have things that match up. Right now, we're not quite matched up for Carl. We're going to work on today 2 key moves that will not only help Carl improve his golf swing, but also you. Now, we saw during that little analysis of Carl, that move in the backswing where legs collapse and we lose this posture. Now, anytime we lose this posture, it's very easy to get this chopping motion, lifting the club up and then the club falling down in front of us. So we're going to be talking about 2 simple moves. 1, how we can get more loaded in the backswing, get better leg structure and separation between the lower and the upper, and then that beautiful shallowing move in the downswing. What we're trying to achieve here is club across the chest, not having the hips and the shoulders to move by the same amount, and this standing up motion like we have here for Carl. But I want you to get a little bit more loaded, and then we can explode in the downswing. So, simple setup here, we've got the alignment stick, we've got another alignment stick in the ground, just out of reach. And the feeling I want you to have here is staying in golf posture, can I feel as though my right bum cheek loads onto this? Now, the key things here is, from the face-on perspective, we don't have the legs collapsing or changing height. We're trying to feel like we put load and pressure into that alignment stick here, whilst keeping in posture through here. So you can see here, my shoulders are still down towards the golf ball. I've remained in posture. I'm now loaded into that backswing. So we do that with the golf club now. Having this all better sequence to the top, we allow the golf club to get a little bit deeper. Now we've got an opportunity to work that shallowing move in the downswing. Now, I appreciate it's going to be a little bit hard to implement that straight away, so this is exactly how I want it to be done. So we know we've got to get a feeling, right, tick that box straight away. Then we've got to have a drill, right, okay, we've ticked that box. Now we've got to imagine how we're going to blend it all together. So bum just out of touch of the alignment stick, golf club across the chest, nice leg structure, so we're not looking for this gap between the legs to get narrow and moved in from the face-on perspective. We're looking to keep a good distance between the left and the right knee whilst feeling weight and pressure. Now, the other key point here is we've got the hips turning less than the shoulders. So this is really going to help create an X-factor stretch, speed, and help you in that transitional move. So the drill, 1 rep, 2 reps, feel that stretch. Okay, now onto the golf ball. 1 rep, feel that stretch. See, I'm not losing posture. We've not got this motion here, Carl. Flat shoulder plane, hands lifting up, body lifting up. We've now got a feeling like this, and it's probably going to feel for you as though the head's going down towards the ground. Only a feeling. So 1, 2. Okay, we're going to hit this one slowly. So it feels a lot more of a flowing move. Now, if you get in a better position at the top of the backswing, this really helps that shallowing move. Now onto a little bit more of a blend into a full shot. We're not going to do any pre-waggles. All we're going to do is going to do a full move, but slowly. Again, all I'm trying to feel there, loaded, bum into here, and it's almost feeling as I've got a stretch coming up this right hand side, and I'm really creating some torque and some power. Another analogy that I love is imagine we're pulling the lawnmower. See, my head stays where it is, but I'm loaded into that right side. I've got stretch between hips and shoulders. I'm ready to explode down to the golf ball. Final one, we're just going to pull the trigger here, hit this one away as if we were out on the golf course. Still trying to picture those feels of the alignment stick on the bum. Oh, how was that pure? Went through the net. So this is really important when you're trying to improve your golf swing. You've got to understand, I like to think of it as building a house. You've got to have good foundations. They include your setup, your grip. And then you've got to have a good backswing, which is also what I'd say the first floor of your house. So if that's right, then it's easier to put your second floor and then hopefully the roof on. The roof being the finishing glossy touches. Now, so far we've got the body moving better in terms of trying to get separation between lower and upper and really trying to feel as though you're staying in posture. And that is honestly so important because that's going to get the club reacting much better, get the club in a deeper position at the top of the backswing and not as much of that chopping motion. It's now time for the bit of the video which you've all been waiting for, trying to learn that shallowing move. Now, it's so important that we do learn that move because it helps create power, it helps create consistency, and that's going to lead to a little bit of faster speed, isn't it? But it's super important the way we're going to do this right now. Because it's Sunday swings, I want you guys to share down below what are you working on in your golf game. Last week we had loads of things like trying to feel like I get the trail leg working better, get the belt buckle towards target. I'm currently working on, and actually with my lockdown range, I've managed to do quite a bit of practice, which is super unlike me. I've actually been working on trying to feel like I'm not sliding in the downswing, but I'd love to know what you've been working on. Right, time to step into the second move that will honestly transform your golf swing. Now I'm taking you from the down the line perspective, and this is the part of the video where we start to learn that shallowing move. So we've now got into a position where we are more in posture, club is now a little bit more behind us. As a result of that, less of this standing and chopping motion with no real leg structure and turn and power stretch. This is the favourite drill that I use because one thing you've got to understand, if we're going to shallow the golf club, we need to know we're going to strengthen the face. So having the understanding of this honestly is the most crucial bit, and I think the one thing that a lot of golfers find hard to implement. And it's fair enough, it's hard. The drill. I'm going to pop a golf ball down there. I'm going to address it with my 7-iron. And then I'm going to leave my top hand where it is. And I'm going to put my bottom hand about 6 inches away from the club face. So what we do here is, you know, the golf club is running parallel to my alignment stick on the floor. I'm in my posture. We're going to make those same moves we've got to the top. So we're blending in what we learned from the first aspect into the second. From this point here, we noticed the club before wanted to work this way, in this motion, and it's very easy to see that. What we're looking for now is, can we take the club up and put it back in the same position, adding a little bit of body rotation. Now, as I'm doing this, you'll notice, when I come back to this position, club head is slightly behind my hands, lead wrist is nice and flat, it's not open, because that's going to have a catastrophic effect of you hitting it right and possibly even further right and going right and gone right. We're going to load it, we're going to bring it in, we're going to really feel the club face is close to the spine angle, knuckles are to the ground, right hand's nicely on top of the golf club, bring it into impact. Look at us here, this is exactly what we want from the face on perspective, through to that umbrella finish. So honestly, I love this move because it gives us a real perspective of what the club face is doing at impact. So the key move to this is to the top, right elbow in front of us, belt buckle starting to work towards target, rotating up and out. So I would learn it in a slow sequence. To the top, sequence it, bring it in, finish it. Okay, don't do as much of a split grip. To the top, sequence it, finish it, until you're comfortable enough to bring those hands together like normal to create the exact same move. So you can really see a difference between what Carl's swing was doing, this motion, causing the chicken wing, to now having a motion where we're loaded, we're set, we're exploding. And now we've got a real sequence and a matching sequence to give and breed consistency. So I know from doing this week's swing analysis, this tip will help Carl. But from teaching hundreds of people online and in person, honestly, this tip will help you too. You can't go wrong with wanting to stay in posture, create that bigger stretch, and you can't go wrong doing that shallowing drill. Even if you're somebody that shallows it already, it's great just to remind yourself what feelings you're looking for, especially in lockdown. It could just be the secret new move for you. So if you want to be in Carl's position next week, you want that free swing analysis, those free tips to help you improve your golf game, it is honestly so simple. All you've got to do, that big red button down below that says subscribe, make sure you press that. And number 2, comment down below, pick me. And I'll contact you, I'll let you know when you're the winner, you email me your swings, you feature on the channel, you start improving your game.